When you've spent years building a life with someone, the last thing you expect is to find out you were never really loved in the first place. That's exactly what happened to me. My name is Michael, and for a long time, I thought I had a happy marriage with my wife, Sarah. We had been together for 6 years, and while things weren't perfect, I believed we were partners. I believed she chose me because she wanted me, not because I was a placeholder for something better. But one night, everything I thought I knew came crashing down. It was supposed to be a simple favor. Sarah had a girls' night planned with 3 of her friends, and since their usual driver canceled last minute, she asked me to take them. I didn't think much of it. I figured I'd just drop them off at a restaurant, wish them a good night, and head back home. But what I overheard during that short ride would change everything. The car was filled with laughter and chatter, the kind of easy energy that comes when women are out with their closest friends. I kept my eyes on the road, letting them talk freely, not expecting to catch anything more than light-hearted gossip. But then Sarah leaned toward her best friend, lowering her voice just enough to think I couldn't hear. "Honestly," she whispered, "I settled. He was just convenient." Those words slammed into me harder than any punch I'd ever taken. At first, I thought I misheard, but her friend's shocked laugh confirmed I hadn't. Sarah chuckled too, like it was some harmless confession, like she hadn't just reduced our entire marriage to a compromise she had made out of convenience. I gripped the steering wheel tighter, my knuckles white, my chest burning. Convenient? Was that all I was to her? Not a husband, not a partner, not someone she loved, but just a safe, reliable option she chose because real passion and excitement were missing? I didn't say anything. I drove in silence, my ears burning as their conversation carried on behind me. They switched topics quickly, but I couldn't unhear what she had said. That single sentence played in my head over and over, unraveling every memory, every moment, every sacrifice I had made for our life together. By the time I dropped them off, my whole world felt different. I smiled weakly, pretended everything was fine, but inside I was already breaking. The drive home felt endless. Every red light, every turn, every shadow on the road gave me more time to replay Sarah's words in my head. I settled. He was just convenient. How could she say that so casually? As if my entire existence in her life was nothing more than a practical choice. When I walked into our house, everything looked the same. The framed wedding photo on the mantel, her slippers by the couch, the faint smell of her perfume lingering in the air. But none of it felt the same anymore. Suddenly, every smile in that picture looked hollow. Every cozy night we'd shared felt staged. I couldn't tell if Sarah had always felt this way, or if it was something that had grown over time. Either way, it crushed me. For days, I kept it inside. I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt, to believe maybe she'd just said something stupid in the heat of the moment. People joke around, they exaggerate, they say things they don't mean, right? But the more I thought about it, the less I believed that. Sarah wasn't drunk, she wasn't angry, she wasn't venting. She was being honest with her friends in a way she had never been with me. The small cracks I had ignored before started to look like gaping holes. I thought about how she always brushed me off when I suggested trips or dates, claiming she was too tired. I thought about the way she sometimes looked at other couples, a flicker of envy crossing her face before she quickly masked it. Had she been longing for someone else all along? The worst part was the pretense. The way she still kissed me goodbye in the mornings. The way she texted me "love you" at lunch. The way she sat next to me on the couch like nothing was wrong. To her, I was still serving my role. The dependable husband, the convenient choice. But I couldn't shake the truth anymore. One night, as she scrolled through her phone in bed, I asked, "Sarah, are you happy with me?" She looked up, startled. "Of course, why would you ask that?" I wanted to confront her right then, to throw her words back at her, and watch her try to explain them. But something stopped me. A part of me needed to know more before I revealed what I'd heard. I needed to see if there was more truth hiding beneath the surface. So I stayed quiet, playing the role of the clueless husband. While inside I began piecing together a plan. The silence between us grew heavier with each passing day. Sarah went about her routine as if nothing had changed, but for me, everything had. I started paying closer attention. Her tone, her expressions, even the way she spoke about me to others. And the more I observed, the more the pieces began to fit together. One evening, we were invited to a small dinner party hosted by one of her friends. I watched Sarah laugh, toss her hair, and charm everyone around her. But whenever someone mentioned me, her smile faltered just slightly, almost imperceptibly, like my name was a reminder of something she wished she could escape. That was the final straw. I couldn't keep pretending. When we got home, I waited until she changed into her pajamas and settled into bed with her phone. My heart pounded, but I knew it was now or never. Sarah, I began, my voice steady despite the storm inside me. I need to ask you something, and I want the truth this time. She looked up, confused. What do you mean? I took a deep breath. The other night, when I drove you and your friends, I heard what you said. About me. That you settled. That I was just convenient. The color drained from her face. She tried to laugh it off at first. You must have misheard. We were joking around, just being silly. But I shook my head. No, Sarah. I heard you clearly. And the way you said it, there was no joke in your voice. That was the truth you never had the courage to tell me. For a long moment, she said nothing. Then finally, she sighed and put her phone down. Michael, I didn't mean for you to hear that. But yes, sometimes I feel like, maybe I chose safe over exciting. You've always been steady, reliable, and I thought that would be enough. But lately, her voice trailed off, but the damage was done. My chest tightened, but I forced myself to hold her gaze. So I was never your first choice. Just the easy one. Do you have any idea what that does to a man? To know the woman he loves sees him as nothing more than a fallback plan. Tears welled in her eyes, but they didn't move me. For years, I had given her everything. My loyalty, my effort, my love. And now, I finally saw the truth. None of it had ever been enough. That night, I made my decision. The marriage I thought was built on love had been built on convenience. And I was done being convenient. The next morning, I woke up before Sarah and sat quietly in the living room, staring at the walls we had decorated together. Every photo, every memory, every piece of furniture now felt like part of a lie. I wasn't angry anymore, I was numb. But beneath that numbness, there was something stronger growing, resolve. When Sarah walked into the kitchen, she tried to act normal, humming as she poured herself coffee. I waited until she sat down. Sarah, I said calmly, I think it's time we stop pretending. You don't love me, not the way a wife should love her husband. And I can't keep living in a marriage built on convenience. Her eyes widened. Michael, wait. You're blowing this out of proportion. Just because I said one thing. One thing. I cut her off. Sarah, that one thing shattered everything. Do you understand? I could have forgiven a careless word, but what I heard wasn't careless. It was honest. You admitted it yourself last night. She looked panicked now, tears brimming. Please, I didn't mean it like that. You're good to me. You've always been good to me. I get caught up sometimes, thinking about what could have been. But I don't want to lose you. For a moment, the old part of me, the man who always forgave, who always tried to understand, wanted to believe her. But then I remembered the pain of sitting in that car, listening to her laugh about me being a convenience. That memory hardened me. You already lost me, Sarah, I said firmly. The night you revealed the truth, something inside me broke. And I can't put it back together. Her tears finally spilled, and she reached for me, but I stood up. I'm filing for divorce. Not out of spite, not for revenge, but because I refuse to live as a man who was never truly chosen. I deserve better than that. For the first time, she had no words. Her sobs echoed in the silence as I walked away, grabbing my keys and stepping out the door. In the weeks that followed, I began the process of untangling my life from hers. It wasn't easy, but with every step I felt lighter. Meanwhile, Sarah was left to face the reality she had created. Her friends knew the truth now, too, and the pity in their eyes was something she couldn't escape. And me? For the first time in years, I wasn't convenient. I was free.